Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Monday, October the 2nd, 2023. Monday, October the 22nd. Well, okay, we have Anna on the phone talking to Sunny, thanking him for the protection that she's getting from him, right? And, he's no problem. Look, we got to look out for each other. And he's got something else he's got to handle. He meant Gladys, right? Well, Jordan is talking to Anna, and she goes, Anna, who was that guy, trying to look inconspicuous out there, doing a good job, but I kind of recognize him, right? And Anna says, yeah, that's one of Sonny's, he's on Sonny's security team. And so Jordan says, so what's he doing here? Oh, he's guarding me. She goes, since when did you need protection from Sonny Corinthos? She said, since somebody has been after me, trying to take everything I have and burn down my house and trying to make me go insane. Since then, right? From torching my house to tearing up my room and messing up my clothes. You know, they're trying to send a message. So I'll take all the help, all the eyes I can get. So their conversation is really pretty meaningless, blah, blah, blah. But, they were just touching bases. I like to see Jordan when they have her. I really do. I like her as a character on the show. So now we have Kevin trying to talk some sense into stupid Laura's head. He said, Laura, yesterday was a celebration because you found out your son is in fact alive. But Laura, what else you found out is, I'm sorry, honey. He does not want to have any contact with you or his sons. Nicholas is intentionally staying away, right? Yes, he may be in some type of mental distress, and I have to find him to help him. And he goes, what do you think you're going to accomplish? I could give him just unconditional love with my help. And I thought, Laura, you've done that before he went away. Actually, before he went to Windermere and Ava clocked him on the head, your son looked you dead in the face and said, goodbye, mother. You begged him to stay and let you, help and kind of smooth. But Nicholas didn't listen to nothing. So you know what? I just can't believe she would chase after Nicholas, a grown man who has done this before, and leave her young adult grandson who needs guidance, her baby grandson whose mother needs guidance, and the baby needs your love. And then yikesy, yikesy, we do have Charlotte who come. We'll deal with that at the end. But we've got all these younger people whose lives she can truly affect. And all this time, she's depriving them of her. And that's exactly what it is. She's depriving them of her. All because I had to escape Cassadine Island years ago and I left my son to be raised by the cat. What, doggone it, that was almost 50 years ago. Let's be real. So what? It happened. He is a product of it. He's been in your life since he was 17 and you haven't been able to help him at all. So there we go. Anyway, goodness gracious. So then we have Valentin talking to Martin. And he goes, look, if I hire you, are the things I say to you confidential? He goes, attorney-client privilege. That was Martin, my attempt of a Martin impersonation. And then he goes, yeah, but what if it's about somebody else? Like who? He goes, my daughter, Charlotte? And then he tells him the whole story that, she went and vandalized Anna's room, but were there cameras inside? So you don't actually know what happened inside that room. And he goes, yes, she did. But the biggest thing that I need your help and your guidance on is, how do I keep her from doing time for arson? What? He's like, that dear Charlotte would never commit arson. He goes, I think she burned down Anna's house. He's pretty sure she did. He goes, and I need to be able to save her from herself. Right? That's Valentin. He's thinking, oh, good God, I got to save her from. Well, how you going to do it, Valentin? You haven't even confronted the girl. You haven't even told her you know what she's done. You haven't even told her, I know what you did last week. I mean, come on, Valentin. But you're going to, for one, cover everything up, which, you know what? I ain't mad at him. If his real intent is getting that girl into counseling, and I'm not talking about, 1 hour a week, if she want to go. Oh, no, no, no. No. We got to find out, dig deep what's happening there. And part of it, the majority of it is his fault. And that's the truth. The majority is Valentin's fault. So anyway, Martin, of course, agreed to help. Of course he did. Valentin pays him handsomely. So this was the good part. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Sam just picks the lock and walks right in Sasha's place, which is Gladys's place by extension, right? And Gladys says, because she was zipping up, oh my God, taking that mink, even though she booked a hotel room in Santa Barbara, California, right? Or Santa Cruz, Santa something, but it was in California. And she did not need that full length fur coat, but she sure did shove that in that bag. She had like 3 bags ready to go, right? All her stuff. So Sam just comes right. She goes, how dare you break into my house? She goes, I knocked and knocked. She goes, Gladys is like, so you just break in? I see your kit, your lock picking kit. Sam's like, yeah. Like, you should answer the door. She goes, get out of my house right now. Sam goes, no. She goes and she sits on the couch. Gladys says, I will call the cops. Sam said, go ahead. But you're not going to do that. Because you don't want to be nowhere near cops right now with everything that you've done. I don't know what you are talking. Oh, yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. She goes, Gladys, you are going to help Sasha. You're coming with me. You're going to confess. I don't know what you're talking about. I am doing no such thing. So she goes, as a matter of fact, you get out. And she walks over to the door, opens it up, and you ready to say, my house, and who is standing in the doorway but the Godfather himself. And he's just looking at her, going somewhere, Gladys. She goes, Sonny. So he walks in and he's toying with her. He's letting her, and she's rattling a mile a minute. It's amazing how fast this woman will spin lies. She just spews them out, right? He goes, you want to explain to me what's going on here? So she closes the door. I do want to explain what's going on here. She broke into my house. She picked the locks. She came right in, and Sonny goes, did you do that? And Sam looked at him. I knocked. She didn't answer. So he goes, oh, and she is, she is connected to that Cody Bell. They're always together. She, as a matter of fact, you know what? She's sleeping with him. And I thought, oh my goodness. And I thought, how do you out and out slander someone like that to their face? See, the old Sam would have said, I'm doing what? Cat fight, right? Cat fight. But see, what Gladys would have loved that, because then she could have pressed charges against Sam. So Sam is just looking at Gladys, and then Sonny goes, you involved with this Cody? And she looked at him, Sonny. But see, Sonny was just, you know, egging Gladys along, right? And so what happened was, he's just ignorant. He goes, Gladys, and he walks over to all her suitcases. Are you going somewhere, Gladys? And she goes, oh, no. I'm just going, I'm so fragile with this whole Sasha thing. And, Cody Bell, he just made her have a complete mental breakdown, and I need to get away. He goes, you are Sasha's guardian. How could you get away? She goes, oh, well, no, now's the time. No. And I just need to, because, she's in Ferncliff. I just need to just clear my head and just, just relax. And so Sam says, look, she's running. She's running because she knows she's caught. And so, no, she did this, and then Cody that. And so Sonny goes, enough. And Gladys, she goes, not another lie out of your mouth. I know what you've done, Gladys. And Gladys looked, and he goes, you stole no, he goes, what were you gonna pay for this getaway with, Gladys? And she just looked. He goes, you stole Sasha's money by getting involved with card games, Selena Wu's card games. No, that is he goes, that's what he said. Enough, don't you say another word. And she's looking at Sam. It's kind of stepped back a bit. But Sam is looking at Gladys, kind of like, yep. And Gladys is like, yeah, thinking of her next lie. So we got to get back to that conversation probably tomorrow. But yeah, Sonny finally shut Gladys down. Finally. Okay. So now we have, and this was the good part, everybody. Sasha, she's playing a part. She wanted to get back. I mean, that was a part of the plan for her to get back into Ferncliff so Montague could try to dose her up again. But you know what? That was a risky plan. Sasha is her mental state. She's still coming off the drugs, and she's scared, and she's rightfully so. Okay. I don't know if that was a brave plan or a stupid plan. But guess what? Montague came to Ferncliff, signed off as her doctor. He told Janice, the nurse Janice, that, yeah, you know what? She's too delusional. There's nothing I can do for her. That abduction from Cody Bell just ruined everything. So there's nothing I can do for her. And I'm thinking, you're supposed to be a psychologist. Then what were you here anyway? Because you weren't doing nothing then. She seemed higher than ever under your care, doctor. So she goes, oh, we're sorry to see you go. And he signed the last of the paperwork releasing Sasha as his patient, which was good, right? And I said, oh, he's planning something. So as he's walking out, he looked at her, he goes, I'll see you around, Janice, like you a looker. And she goes, so we're going to find out how many's really in on this. So he calls a few minutes later and says, Janice, I left one of my GH files in the physician's there at Ferncliff. She goes, really? I don't see anything here. No, no, it's distinctive. You'll see a GH folder. Now, why would he take a GH patient records with him at Ferncliff? Doctor just taking the records anywhere and leave them lying around at Starbucks, right? Hey. He only comes to see Sasha. She's the one patient. Why do you need to take another patient's records? So he goes, do me a favor. I think I left them in the doctor's lounge. She goes, oh, okay, Dr. Montague. I'll be happy to go take a look. She leaves. Guess who comes slithering in the door? Now, Ferncliff obviously has no cameras. Obviously. So Sasha, and then there's a nurse that's been talking to Sasha. She's a little mean, talking about in order to get out of here, you're going to have to really put in the hard work. Are you ready? Because otherwise you'll be, just a nobody nurse. Why isn't Janice her nurse? That's what I don't know. Don't understand. So Sasha goes, I'm ready, but she's nervous because she don't know when, what, and she had already saw when the nurse left, Montague was looking at her through the glass, but then he disappeared. So that really kind of put her on edge, right? So she's laying there. She's like, okay, you could do this. You could do this, Sasha. It's almost over. It's almost over. You could do this. You could do this. You could do what you came here for. So she's laying on the bed, and all of a sudden the door opens and it's Montague creeping in, and he's got a syringe in his hand. And she's like, no, 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 no. And he locks the door. And he comes over to her. She's like, no, no. So she is fighting him, and she gets up and she pushes him with the syringe against the wall. And then she's running for the door, and she's trying to turn the handle. And I'm thinking, Sasha, you scared? Because look, it's a turn lock, girl. He turned the lock. He didn't have no key. Turned the lock, which is stupid. I don't know how he locked that door, because they don't have turn locks like that in patient's room. He didn't have a key. Yeah, I don't know how they played that scene. And guess what? I don't care enough to go back and look. So anyway, he then looks at her, and he comes and he pushes her on the bed, and then he's getting on top of her to jab her with the syringe, and the door opens. And Sasha's looking at somebody, and he's turning around looking like, huh? It better be Dante. Better be Dante. Because it better not be Nurse Janice saying, Dr. Montague, because Sasha was yelling, but you can't hear them yell in the room. I don't know why not. But yeah, they can hear you yell. Because Sam, when she saw Sasha, and Sasha was out, yelling, screaming high out of her mind, she could hear. But anyway, my guess is it's Dante. I'm hoping it's Dante. If it's Nurse Janice, guess who's going to get jabbed with that needle? Nurse Janice. But that'll give Sasha some time to Dante is going to have to be there, because he needs to be able to witness so that they could arrest Montague. Because otherwise it's back to everything else. It's Sasha's word against his, and she's delusional, right? She don't know what's happened. She don't know what she's saying. She don't know reality, because that's what Janice is billing her for too. So anyway, tomorrow we'll see what happened. I'm not going to go to Comment Corner for the rest of the week, everybody, but keep commenting on Comment Corner. I am physically moving residences, and anybody that has moved, you know exactly what I'm doing, what I'm talking about, right? Back hurt, I'm tired, but I'm still trying to get in this recap. But what I am going to start not being able to do is, you see how I had 5 different picture slides. I'm going to have to try to pick one, and so that could be my thumbnail. And when I talk, the one will just be up, or I'll go to it when I'm at that segment. Because I'm going to tell you, my picture slides, it takes me a good hour to get those ready for the recaps. I just don't have that kind of time, y'all. I really don't. But I should be settled back to comment corners on Monday. But please, please, please. I mean, like we got 41 comments here. So I know you all are liking it. You're talking, you're chatting with each other. So please keep that up. But I will be back tomorrow for another daily recap of General Hospital. Yeah. Look, I may not look as good. I may come on here like, hello, everybody. Look, here's a daily recap. But anyway, I'll be back for another daily recap.